This chapter demonstrates how to employ the calibrated questions to guard against failures in the implementation phase. Yes is nothing without how. I discovered the importance of nonverbal communication, how to use how questions to gently say no, how to get the counterparts to beat against themselves, and how to influence the deal killers when they are not at the table. There's one rule which drives my attention, the 7-38-55% rule, which means only 7% of a message is based on the words, while 38% comes from the tone of voice and 55% from the speaker's body language and face. The interpersonal communication regarding the communication model consists of three elements: words spoken, verbal, that which is literally being said. The spoken word is part of the verbal communication, and the intonation and body language are both part of the nonverbal communication. Intonation, vocal, how something is said, use of voice. Intonation is a vocal factor and body language the vocal factor. Body language, visual, which posture, facial expressions, and gestures someone uses. In the future, we can also implement this rule in the interview. First, posture. Sit upright but not too stiffly in your chair. Cross your legs and ankles or place both feet flat on the floor conveys a confident and professional look during the job interview. Second is the voice. A clear, controlled voice and tune with deliberated, slowly speaking speed. Third is facial experience. Show your confidence by keeping an interested expression. A natural smile telegraphs sincerity and sociability. Fourth is gesture, loosely clasped in your lap or on the table. And the fifth is eye contact. Appropriate eye contact is essential, and a small nod to show you are engaged and actively listening. Avoid look up when you are thinking. I also learned use how questions to shape the negotiating environment. You do this by using how can I do that as a gentle version of no. This will subtly push the counterpart to search for other solutions, your solutions, and very often it will get them to bid against themselves. There are also some other knowledge that I learned from this chapter. Don't just pay attention to the people you are negotiating with directly. Always identify the motivations of the players behind the table. You can do so by asking how a deal will affect everybody else and how on board they are. And there is another element. Is a yes real or counterfeit? Test it with the rule of 3. Use calibrated questions, summaries, and labels to get your counterpart to reaffirm their agreement at least 3 times. It's really hard to repeatedly lie or fake conviction. And the last one is use your own name to make yourself a real person to the other side and even get your own personal discount. Humor and humanity are the best ways to break the ice and remove roadblocks.